So here they are, the Timberwolf and the Bear Tracker. They've been sitting for a couple of years. Looked like they were sitting in like a makeshift shed or something. But the seats are kind of rough on them. They got good tires. Got the keys. I think he said he sprayed starting fluid at this one and it would turn over and hit. But the pull cords stretched all the way out. So, but they're two-wheel drives. Just need to be pressure washed and cleaned up. This one's got a light bar on the front. But for $600 for both of them, I mean, can't go wrong. I can probably fix one, sell one for about $1,000 at least. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to Memphis and we'll try and get each one of them running separately, and we'll go from there. So see y'all back in Memphis. So here we are. We're gonna start with this little unit right here. This is a 99 Yamaha Bear Tracker 250. Now these things are 229 cc's, but they call it a 250. So look like it would be a 230. But anyway, it's a YFM. I think it's a YFM. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's a YFM 250. They had an XL, they had an M, and they had an N. In 03, they had an R. It's two-wheel drive. So this thing has been sitting for, I think, a couple of years. It was kind of sitting in a makeshift shed, kind of. As I said, now these things were pretty popular when they came out. They're kind of like your little beginner four-wheeler. I mean, you can use them around your yard, or you can go hunting with them. They got the rack to go on the front. They wasn't four-wheel drive. I think they did make a four-wheel drive. Maybe that was the Big Bear. But anyway, we're going to start with this one. It's supposed to run. The guy said he sprayed it with some starting fluid and it cranked and shut back off. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, the carburetor is going to have to be gone through. But it is covered with tree sap and dirt. So I'm going to give it a little pressure wash and see how it looks. It's probably not going to look that much cleaner. It's that tan looking, kind of camel tan. It's got a nice set of hole shots. They used to call them hole shots. But I don't know what's on the back. MASSFX's. Nice tires all the way around. And they welded the trailer hitch to the back of it. So no need for a trailer hitch kit. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pressure wash it. As you can see, this stuff is really caked on there. This thing has been sitting up for a long time. Like I say, it's that tan color. I thought they had painted it camo at first, but it just had all that tree sap and mildew and stuff on it. But I still got to do this side. At least some of the original stickers are still on it. Pull cord, it's all pulled out. This is reverse here. So some of these I think had high and low. Maybe that was the Moto 4 that had high and low. These just got forward and reverse. And then of course, I think it's a 4-speed automatic. I think it might be a 4-speed automatic. I don't think it's 5. But anyway, I'm gonna finish cleaning this thing off, and I'm gonna have to just put some elbow grease in it, because the power clean, what's it, Purple Power, that stuff, it works, but it ain't getting all the deep mildew off of it. Got a nice light bar on the front. That's pretty cool. I can see why, because the original headlights suck and they're all faded. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some more elbow grease in this thing, get it cleaned off, starting to get cold and dark, and we'll see the after and before and get done. Alright, good people, so here is the bear tracker. I pressure washed this thing and scrubbed this thing the best I could to get it to brighten up, and it's still got a little bit tree sap and mildew on it. So probably gonna have to just hit it with like a buffer with a buffer pad or something. Still got some staining, but it looks way better than it did before. I used some Purple Power, and then I had some of this RV wash stuff. Cleans mildew and off of aluminum and fiberglass. So that's what this was, and that got a lot of it off, but still, she's still kind of dingy. But we'll worry about that later. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess we'll see if this thing run. He said he sprayed some starting fluid at it, and it hit off, and then it shut off. But I smelled the gas in the tank. It don't smell too bad. So what I might do is just open the drain screw on the carburetor, see what comes out, and maybe we can get this thing run without pulling the carb off and clean it. I mean, what's the odds of that? But I am going to snatch the wheels off of it, and these wheels are going to go on another four-wheeler I got. I'm going to do some wheel swapping because I want those hole shots, or they call them hole shots, but those are called something else. Are they hole shots? No, they're misfits or something like that. But anyway, I'm gonna put them on something else. I'm probably gonna keep these off of the Timberwolf and put something else on it, because these got some good grip. Those are something like bear claws or something, battle axes, or I think they had some black waters back in the day. I used to run those on a lot of my four-wheelers. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the front ones on, but definitely the back ones I'm gonna snatch off. So anyway, let's see if we can get this thing to run. So the gas tank has got, I thought it had some gas in it, but there's nothing coming out. Carburetor smells a little funky when you pull the drain plug, but I thought the fuel line had a leak. So what I'm gonna do, I'll figure out what I did with all the parts. I'm gonna put some gas in the gas tank. Now let's make sure the petcock is working. And we'll try and run it. If not, if it don't run right, I'm just gonna have to take the carburetor off. When I got the battery on charge, so I don't know if it's going to charge up, because the pull cord has been pulled all the way out. So somebody tried to pull the pull cord and then go back in. We'll put some gas in the tank. Make sure the petcock is working. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was fast. So we got fuel. So I'm gonna put this hose back on there. It had that little wire hose clamp, and I moved it, and it seemed like, is the petcock leaking? Yep. Petcock's leaking. So that's that O-ring that goes around the fuel petcock. Now I'm gonna have gas dripping everywhere. Great. That's why the gas tank don't have any gas in it, because the fuel petcock is leaking. I seen something leaking from here, and I thought it was that clamp, which that clamp wasn't really on it tight. So hopefully I can get this thing to crank, because then I'm gonna have to drain all the gas out, because I don't want my whole garage smelling like gas tonight. That's gonna suck. I don't know if I can get that. Hose clamp tight enough. Just how it is when you buy these things from other people, especially when they've been sitting up. It's always something. Let's see if I can tighten it with a ratchet. Probably gonna be my only way to do this. I'm pretty sure the carburetor might have to come off. It had a fuel filter on it, so let's turn the gas on. See what comes out. Yeah, it's leaking. The fuel line's leaking a little bit. Turn the gas off. I don't see nothing coming out of the drain bowl though. Let's see what comes out of the drain. It lets us know the needle and seat is stuck, which it is. So definitely gonna have to pull the carburetor off. It's just needle is stuck. Whoopee. Yeah, it's stuck big time. And the gas tank's leaking. So that's a double hitter there. So I guess what I'm gonna do is just drain the gas tank so it won't be leaking all over the place, and we'll pull the carburetor off of it, check it out and see what it looks like. I can't even get the drain screw back in there. There it goes. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and yank the carburetor off. We'll get it up on the table, see what it looks like, and go from there with it. So since we got the carburetor off, let's see will it even turn over. I ain't checked it for spark yet. I haven't seen if any of the electronics work. So I got the jumper pack on it. I've been letting the battery charge up, but it don't seem like it's doing anything. So that's typical. You're gonna need a battery. Let's see. Power. I don't see any neutral light. Battery probably so old it won't even take a boost. Yeah. Battery. I had lights when I had the charger hooked to it, but these little booster boxes, if the battery's too bad, it won't let it do anything. Let's see. Well, we got the light bar coming on, but we don't have a neutral light. I don't think I hit the gear. That's neutral. Let's just see if we jump it over at the solenoid, what'll happen. Yep. Well, it spins over by the solenoid, but I don't have any neutral light, no start button, no headlights. So we got a bad connection at the solenoid. Well, the battery's actually got juice boosting it, so that shouldn't be a problem. I guess we can check it for spark. There's ladybugs all over this thing. Before we go any further with it, we might as well make sure that it's got spark. Like I said, the electronics work. For some reason it ain't turned over by the start button. It could be a dirty start button, but it should at least have a neutral light. Any yellow spark plug we do. This should let me know if the ignition is turned on or not. I don't know if y'all can see that spark plug. We'll see. Spark-a-doo. Hopefully there's nothing chewed on it. Let's see, what if we ground it? Might be able to just hold it like that right there. Yeah. I had one little speckle. It sparked one time and stopped. So is it something, this key switch or not getting a good ground? Motor sounds good though. It's got oil in it. It's got a spark, but it's real weak. Let me try another spark plug. Decent spark plug. Here's one. See what it looks like with the lights out. Make sure this one's gapped. Hopefully we ain't got other problems. It's got spark, but I don't know if y'all can see it. It's real weak. It's so weak that I can barely see it. So for some reason it's got weak spark. It could be a grounding issue somewhere on it. I ain't sure, but I do see that they've been playing with the starter solenoid, and they got look like some kind of dielectric grease shoved down in there, or silicone, and the plug is broke, so they just got the wires on the prongs. Same thing on this starter relay, so that might be a reason why it don't crank by the button, and no neutral light. No neutral light at all. Got some loose wires over here. I don't see anything loose. But for some reason, we don't have a neutral light. Well, I'm gonna keep digging into that, but I'm still gonna have to take the carburetor apart and clean it. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out why we don't have a neutral light and a start button, and also break the carb down, and hopefully this thing don't need nothing major like a stator or ignition box or something like that. Needle seat, or a needle stuck in the seat. That's why we're getting the fuel. I guess it's funky. Now we'll smell it over. That ain't good. It's frozen in a needle. The hose floats.
out of here. Yeah, the needle is stuck in the seat. Yeah, that thing's all gummed up. Try to get focused in. We're going to do gas circulation there. So as usual, this is a key in, this is a McQueen flat slide cover too. It's got a flat. Interesting. So as usual, we're going to break it all down, roll it off in the ultra soft cleaner. Bigger. Play it for that. Yeah. Man, those things. Oh, this is for a long, long time. Why did it? Some screws are naked. I might want to just go ahead and work harder. That's pretty good. I hate when people clean carburetors. They don't use the word screwdrivers. They torque it down so tight. So we take the center section out, you extrude it. That's where your slide is. You get the main jet out of there. About 29 degrees outside. So main jet here in that ground, it's cold in the garage. I think that was knocked out of there. Jet right there. So you got that little bitty jet. It's way down in there. I hate these. Just gotta make sure you use the right screwdriver. Man, this thing is gummy gum. Come out of there. It's unscrewed. There it goes. Got that little small tip there. Alright. So we got the air screw. I really don't like pulling these out because it's got that little O-ring and stuff. I mean, if you're going to put a kit in it, that's fine. There's a spring and the O-ring all the way down at the bottom inside where your air mixture screw is. Sometimes I don't even pull them out. That little O-ring is down in there. And that sucker is hung up. See, that won't even come out of there. That's why I don't too much pull the air screw out when I clean them, unless I get a kit. That little O-ring never comes out of there. It'll come out, but you gotta destroy it to get it out. I might just leave it in there. I'm just gonna leave it in there. As long as we got the jet, the air screw out. I mean, I don't even know if I can get the seat out of here. It's kind of, screw is kind of rotted away here. There we go. I have seen them get stuck anyway, even if you take the screw out to hose the seat into the carburetor. Man, did I bend that pin a little bit? Sure they did, just a tad. Straighten it out now. I bet you that won't come out.
Nope. Seat's stuck in there. We'll soak it. Leave that in there. It'll probably come out once I soak it. I don't think else is left is to choke. That is tight. I think that's a 12. I don't give you very much room to turn it. Choke out, and I think there's a little diaphragm behind this little cover. I got pieces everywhere, but after doing carburetors for so many years and so many different vehicles, just about have a photographic memory of how it all go back together. Diaphragm right here. That's still in good shape. The next move, there's a jet right down here in the center up under the diaphragm for the slider, and then there's the center section of the carburetor, which I have to have a security bit to get that out. I don't remember what I used last time. Might need it. That's a different size than I normally use. Should we pull that out? It's stuck. Oh, that's a cool thing. We might have to leave that one in there. The center section. Really nothing up under there anyway. Those screws are tight. Oh, this is the right size. I don't know if they Loctite it in there or what. That other one, it won't even budge. Might be leaving it. I ain't got a good feeling about that. The screws don't want to come out. I think they're factory Loctited. And that screw is in there tight. Now that one. Yeah, they had blue Loctite on them. So now it should come out. Now the plastic too, so we gotta be. Ew. It's got 2 O-rings. It's probably gonna be destroyed now. Those O-rings are destroyed. But that's the center section. Haha. A lot of gunk down in there too. Well, we pulled it out anyway. And there's a jet right here. Pull it out. So anyway, we got the carb always stripped down except for the seat for the needle, which it might come loose. So I'm gonna throw all this off, or most of it off, in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let it soak. I might even order a carburetor kit for it anyway. That gasket's pretty flat, and usually when you break that seal, these gaskets don't want to seal back up. So I'll order a carburetor kit for it. It ain't nothing like 20 bucks. The needle probably gonna leak, so I'll order a carburetor kit, let this thing soak, and hopefully we can get it to crank and run. I still ain't figured out that start button issue, but at least if we get the carburetor on it and just jump at the cylinder on it, hear it run, make sure it's got all the gears and all that, then we'll go through the electrical and try and get that start button to work. Okay, so I cheated. I had a carburetor similar to the one off the Bear Tracker, and everything in it looked good, so I just completely stripped it because I don't know a whole lot about this carburetor. It is a little bit different where the fuel line go in, but I just went ahead and took all the good parts out of it and put it in this one. It was just going to take too long to get a carburetor rebuild kit, because I guess, you know, Christmas is right around the corner somewhat, and Amazon and other places shipping is kind of lengthy now, so we're gonna just throw it on there with what we got. It's been ultrasonic clean, and we're gonna see how it runs. So if it don't run right, either I go ahead and buy a kit or wait, or I just go ahead and buy a carburetor and put a brand new carburetor on it. So let's get it on there. Let's see what she do. Okay, so I got the gas tank back on. I found the gasket to go up under the on and off petcock switch on the gas tank, so it won't be leaking gas. It don't seem to be leaking. So anyway, let's turn the gas on. Make sure we don't have a leaky carburetor. I let this battery charge up for the last 2 days, and it finally came around. I still haven't figured out what's up with the key switch. Well, not the key switch, but the push start. But I'm just going to jump it over at the solenoid. So let's just turn the choke on. Leaking gas still? Where's it coming from? Oh, the hose is leaking. Looks like the fuel filter's leaking. It's got one of those lawnmower type fuel filters. Let me put a clamp on there, or the zip tie might just be the hose. The hose is kind of maybe a zip tie will hold it. If that don't hold it, I'm going to have to put a real hose clamp on there. Or it might be the fuel filter itself. Look, carburetor's leaking. Needle seat's leaking. It's on the tap quick. That's why I hate carburetors. Okay, let's try it. Well, I don't have any battery juice now. Timberwolf will air tracker, same thing. Let's see where they go in gear. There's no smoke or nothing. I think you can. Something missing. Something missing on the reverse lever. Something's missing on the reverse, reverse lever here. I think it's supposed to be like a little button, pull up on, then it lets you go back. So I guess I'll have to look at the Timberwolf and see what's missing. I'm pretty sure that some of them had a little red button up under here. But it'll go forward. Maybe that's why they parked it. Because it didn't have reverse. I should let him find first and see what's wrong with it. See how it looks like reverse. Well, that's strange. The switch on and off switch work. It just won't start by the push button. But I mean, that little sucker runs good though. Those 250s, Timberwolves and Bear Trackers, they were hard to kill. I mean, they usually last forever if you keep the oil change in them and don't swamp them. I've never really heard of a differential go bad on one. I mean, they're two-wheel drive four-wheelers, so they're made for like beginner four-wheeler riders or deer hunters. They use them. They're quiet, creep through the woods. I mean, they're not a big, not a real big powerhouse, but they're good little four-wheelers though. They're good to use around your farm or your yard. I mean, they're pretty cool. This one, the headlights work, but they're all fogged up. So I guess that's why he put this LED light bar on it. That'll light up the woods real good. Other than that, I just got to figure out why it don't crank by the start button. But like I was showing y'all before, let's cut that off. They got the solenoid, the plug is broke, and it got some kind of dielectric grease shoved in there, and the wires are just shoved on the terminals. So I don't know what's that about. This right here has been rigged on the relay. So I'm gonna do some wire checking in there. I think I got a brand new solenoid. I might even have a plug somewhere. But let's see what it cranked back up. I have to crank it with a screwdriver though. Tail light works. Oh, I didn't know I left the headlights on. See, it's kind of foggy. You won't be able to see crap in the woods. Let's see if she crank back up. Oh. Listen to that little engine purr. All thing we need to do is give it a good oil change. And I gotta adjust the back brakes. Front brakes work. And fix that start button. And it should be ready. Oh, and this pull cord, I need to take it off. See, can I get it to recoil back in? It's somebody pulled it and stuck out. So by looking at the screws, somebody's been in there trying to fix it. So it probably ain't no good anymore. But still need to get it to where it's back in. It won't be just hanging. But carburetor ain't leaking. I mean, hey, I think it's a winner. So I'm gonna get to work on that start button, and because that's a major thing, and fix this pull cord, and hopefully we can take this thing out for a spin. So I did some wire checking. I don't have any signal going to the relay or to the solenoid, and I just took this switcher apart, and some ants came out. I haven't split it all the way, so they probably got an ant's nest in there. Let's see. Woo! Yes sir, they do. Look at that. That's where all the ants been coming from. They're all inside of there. I got some ant spray somewhere around here. We need to kill them as soon as possible. That's why the start button doesn't work, because the ants can build a nest in there, and I kept wondering where all those ants were coming from.
They just built a nest right inside of the start button. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at them. That's a whole colony of ants inside of that start button. And that's the reason why it doesn't work. Just think if you were riding and they start coming out and they get on your hand and bite you. If you're allergic to ants, you will swell up quick. And I'm glad I took it apart. When I seen that one ant come out of there, I knew something was wrong. Now they're gonna be all over the floor. I could just get the vacuum and shot vac them up, and then they'll be in my vacuum cleaner, which I can take outside and let them crawl out of there because they're just dropping. That is crazy. How did they even get in there? I gotta do something quick because they're trying to run away. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the shop vac and get all these ants gone, and hopefully that will fix our start button issue once I take it apart and clean it.
sitting here playing with this thing, and it won't retract good, and these little fingers are supposed to pop out, but they're not. I got it freed up, but these little fingers are frozen.
Alright, so after playing around with that pull cord for about almost 30 minutes or so, I finally got it to retract back in, and it feels like it's doing its thing. And also, after cleaning all the ants out of the start button, I finally got the start button to work. Cleaned it out, lubed it up. Let's see, does the pull start work? I really don't want to keep using it because I had to cut so much off of the cord to get it to go back in. But the only thing they're good for is to get you out of a jam. If your battery stops working or your starter stops working, you got the pull start, but you have to get it on the compression stroke. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but yeah, I think I better leave it alone. There we go. Still kind of janky. I'm not going to use it. It's still kind of janky. It'll re-pull back in. I lubed it all up real good. So what happens is water gets in them, and then you don't use it much, and it'll rust up the return spring and those little fingers that kick out, and it won't retract, or it won't grab the little, I guess, I don't know if you call it a flywheel, but the part that's on the crank, those little fingers won't kick out and grab it so it can turn it over. But I'm gonna leave it alone. It's working. It's kind of loose as a goose. It really needs a new return spring. I think the return spring is about to break. I heard it kind of crackling, but the more I pull it out, the more it wants to retract back in, but a few times it didn't. So I think it just needs to be rebuilt or replaced. But as long as the cord ain't hanging and wrapped around places like it was, I'm good with that. So next I'm gonna adjust the brakes up and change the oil, and I think we'll be ready to take this thing for a cruise. It sounds real good. So it's just set up, but we'll get that taken care of, and we'll play with it and see how it does in mud.
won't go because of the stupid trailer ball.
Well, here it is, ladies and gents, the 99 Yamaha Bear Tracker. Had a little problem getting over those train tracks because that trailer hitch, the stud sticks down so far off the ball, it was catching the train tracks. So I had to get it over there on an angle. Probably just gonna ride the side of the tracks all the way back. But yeah, it runs pretty good for 250. I mean, there's nothing super powerful about it. The brakes work, reverse works. So it's just a runabout four-wheeler, but starting to get dark. Rushed home so I can make the ending to this video on it. Now the Timberwolf 250, I had a buddy of mine that wanted to buy it. I'm not sure if he's still going to buy it. If not, we will get it running too. But I told him he got to this weekend. He got to this weekend to buy it, and then if he don't buy it, I'm gonna go ahead and get it running for you guys. So yeah, it's getting dark out here. My little riding spot. It's quiet. So I am going to ride a little bit more. I want to be out too late with this thing because I hate for it to quit and I have to walk all the way back out that way and then cross those railroad tracks and go get something to get it back home. So I'm gonna ride it a little bit. Just hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the 99 Bear Tracker 250, and just keep looking out for some more stuff. I got another four-wheeler I'm gonna put on the channel. I've been waiting on all the parts to come in, so once they come in, Once they come in, we'll get on it. And like I said, if I don't sell the Timberwolf, somebody, if I don't sell the Timberwolf and buddy mine don't buy it, then we'll get it running. So I'm gonna do a little bit more riding out here, and we'll do what we do best: find them, fix them, flip them, or keep them.
probably wondering why the lights were flickering. The positive battery cable was loose. That's why everything was flickering, and it was starting to kind of backfire. I guess because the battery cable was so loose, it was not making a good connection, messing with the ignition system. But yeah, it got dark on me around those railroad tracks. I had to hurry up and get across there, but she's still running though. We ain't got far to go, and I'm gonna get this thing on home. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. It'll be more to come, and y'all be safe. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving holiday. I did, and I hope y'all have a safe Christmas and New Year's. If I don't talk to y'all again before then, but I'm gonna try and put out maybe 1 or 2 more videos before Christmas. So like I said, like, share, subscribe, leave comments, and please have your notifications on, so when stuff pop up, you guys will know it. And check out the other channel, RPM Auto, and Instagram RPM Auto 4, and Facebook RPM Auto Motor. So I'm gonna get out of here. It's cold. It's about 29 degrees tonight. I'm fixing to hit the hay. All right.